I'm excited to see him play. What about you?
I can't tell you how excited I am. Number one pick in the draft for an absolute reason. The kid is a stud. See what he does when he gets on the field here.
Kickoff coming down, knocked down, and picked up quickly by David Bass, the linebacker, on the line drive kickoff. The Jets
on the road here in Cleveland.
While Powell is the running back, had a huge game last week. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. Curley motioning left, the pass out to Curley. And dives forward across the 30-yard line. Picked up about 5 on the play.
Watch all day long.
Robbie Anderson motions, and on third down, pressure, and they got him. There he is. First play, first sack. Myles Garrett. That brings on Lachlan Edwards to punt it away to Jabril Peppers, who waits for a fair catch and then started to run, but can't do that, Jabril.
Some of those throws in, he's got to take care of it if they're going to win today.
Jets defense has been good the last 2 weeks. Struggled against the run.
Surprised if they don't turn around and hand the ball to 34 a lot.
Points it wide, nothing doing. Excellent play by Buster Screen.
Talk to, see if he's able to have a day today.
On third down, Kaiser started to run. He's dropped for a loss. Curley back deep for the Jets to receive the punt of Britton Colquitt. Long, high punt. Curley backs up to the 13. Picks up a couple of blocks. Powell remains in at running back. And breaks through for a good run. Flag on the play. 7 on the carry. Let's check it out.
Holding, number 88, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
The tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins, called on the hold.
The tight end they want him to be.
Elijah McGuire now in at running back. McCown throws outside and completes it. The ball got knocked loose, but went out of bounds.
Chuck plays that up.
Lawrence Thomas is in at fullback. He's wearing number 44 today. He had been wearing number 97 as a defensive player.
Ball start, number 72, offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Penalty. The second and 21. McGuire, the running back, takes the handoff. Nothing there, and he's shoved back. Down out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers in, and again movement. Looks like Brian Winters, the right guard.
Full start, number 67, offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Wide receivers in for the Jets. A handoff to McGuire. And he gets across the 10 up to the 11-yard line. The Jets will be forced to punt again.
Quarterback.
Edwards out of his own end zone. Gets it away. Good long kick. Backpedaling. Peppers takes it at the 27, swings outside, he's got some room, he's tripped up. They've lost 29 of their last 31 games. The handoff to Crowell, flag on the play.
Illegal hands to the face, number 72, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
No way to get back in other than throwing the football every play, and that's not what they want to do with this young quarterback.
Well carrying straight ahead.
Not got to the quarterback. They've been pretty good in run defense the last couple of weeks.
Kaiser with time, nobody open, takes off and slides down at the 38-yard line.
Football.
Duke Johnson in at running back, an excellent receiver out of the backfield. Kaiser throwing outside. And it's caught by Bryce Treggs, brought up from the practice squad earlier this week. Kaiser throwing deep and overthrows Treggs.
It's given to you, and I don't think that throw was there for him.
Crowell carrying. It's a couple of yards on the play. Demario Davis is there. 3rd and 8 for the Browns. With 3 wide receivers in. Kaiser being rushed, got rid of it, and completes it to Ricardo Lewis. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. Buster Screen on the tackle. Motion the tight end, Randall Telfer. They hand it off to Duke Johnson, and Johnson's got a first down for the Browns. Just inside the 31, the toss to Duke Johnson. It's around the corner, right a high hurdle. It's Johnson looking for an opening. Pick his way through. Johnson, the running back. Tight ends to the right. Kaiser being pressured. Takes off. Inside the 15, stayed in bounds inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Isaiah Crowell back in the backfield on first and goal. Crowell inside the 5, down to the 3. There's Kaiser putting it up for Crowell too high. 12th play of the drive for the Browns on third and goal. Kaiser with a toss. It's dropped. It's loose. The Jets are around the football. They think they have it. And they do.
Can't happen. They also lead the league in turnovers now with 11. And this is just a panic pitch by Deshaun Kaiser. I know Crowell probably should have secured it, but this is old school, high school option. And
Jets start from the 7. Bilal Powell on the carry. Good hole. He's brought down by Emmanuel Ogba.
New York for Bryce Petty and Christian Hackenberg.
There's McCown on second down, throwing and completing to Powell out of the backfield, and he's got a first down. First and 10, the final seconds of the first quarter. Dwyer on the carry. McCown with time, throws, and the pass broken up. Good play by Jamar Taylor. Blitz coming. McCown hit as he throws too high. A flag on the play. I think the hit might have been a little bit late. Jabril Peppers coming late on the blitz.
Roughing the passer, number 22, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Down gets time, goes outside of Bilal Powell, slips the tackle, and is out of bounds. 3 wide receivers left. And the short pass over the middle is complete to Curley. 3 wide receivers to the right. Count again gets time, fires incomplete. Trying to get it to Safarian Jenkins, the tight end. Blitz coming from the outside, the pass batted away and falls incomplete. Bobby Anderson motions toward the line. McCown with time throws for Anderson. That's broken up by Jamar Taylor. Get a sustained drive going. Will punt it away. Edwards under pressure got it away. Here's Peppers at the 13. Room to run. And the Jets swarm them under at tight ends to the left side. Well, good blocking up front. Nice run. Battalion at fullback. Off the play fake, Kaiser throws it, completes to Lewis for Carter Lewis for a first down in Jets territory at the 48-yard line.
Well, you can call it a couple of injuries just to glorify what it is.
There's Crowell busting loose, and he's brought down on the ankle-high tackle. A good run by Isaiah Crowell down to the 32. First down at the Jets 32. Good drive for the Browns. Started at the 21. Crowell with power this time. There's a flag on the play that negated that last run by Crowell. A holding call.
You're ahead of the sticks. You're not putting too much on your quarterback, and then that hold changes that whole dynamic. This is definitely a false start.
They stopped the play. False start against the Browns.
72, offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's the right tackle, Sean Coleman. Penalty number 4 called against the Browns thus far in the game. Have to get to the 22 for a first down. Kaiser goes outside. I don't know, that's incomplete. Treggs was out of bounds, can't get both feet in bounds. Johnson shifts back in the backfield off the play fake. Kaiser with time. And it's incomplete. Try to get it to Treggs again.
See if you can make something happen.
All right, let's see. Kaiser time, safety valve to Duke Johnson. He slips one man, then he's brought down at the 34-yard line. Jamal Adams with the first hit for the Jets. And the kick on the way, and it is no good. Hooked to the left.
Right here.
That start at the 42. McCown under pressure, throws, completes it. Up to Jermaine Kearse. Quickly to Powell outside. One-on-one against McCourty, and McCourty stops him the game. Anderson in motion. McCown gets rid of it, and it's intercepted by McCourty.
Keep an eye on Jason McCourty here. He's playing zone coverage. You know that because he doesn't run over with the receiver, and he's just going to run this route. But look who makes the quicker break. McCourty is out of that before the receiver even thinks about coming out of it. And like
15th of his career. Browns for the Jets 49. Isaiah Crowell broke one tackle and is pushed back as he just got across the 45.
Trying to put it on his arm all day long.
Sixth lineman in there for the Browns is a tackle eligible. Kaiser's throw behind Treggs, who was well covered by Morris Claiborne. Jets rush 5, pressure on Kaiser, throws it deep, overthrows Duke Johnson, the running back, going down the field. Flag on the play, couple of flags.
On Darren Lee.
Prior to the pass, illegal hands to the face, number 58, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Two tight ends to the right side, 3 tight ends, they go end around with Njoku, but he's brought down.
Last weekend as well. Good game out there.
Off the play fake, Kaiser gets time, throws it, completes it to Casey Williams, the first-year man out of Washington. Talley is in at fullback. And the toss to Crowell. Turns the corner, first down for the Browns. Freddie Bishop takes him out of bounds. Tight ends in the game. It's Johnson. And a short pickup inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. With 3 wide receivers in. Kaiser with time. Flag on the play as he scrambles forward to the 16-yard line. Here's the call.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the defense. Illegal hands to the face, number 33, defense. That penalty is declined. Holding, number 21, defense. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Time to come back to the second option.
First down for the Browns at the 11-yard line. Kaiser still has it. 3 wideouts to the left. Pass out to Casey Williams, stopped at the 5-yard line by Morris Claiborne. They're working on Claiborne a lot in this game. 3 tight ends in the game for the Browns. They motion one of them. The salve, the throw is intercepted. Kendrick with the Marcus May with the interception for the Jets. Oh, and the misery continues.
I gave the spot shadow to McCourty before. I'll give it again here to Marcus May, and this is just great recognition by the young safety. He saw the offset back, he saw the motion. There's really only one play that comes out of that. He was right on top of it.
His first NFL interception.
Can't get out of their own way. That cannot be a turnover for that Browns offense in that situation.
Quick outside to Stewart, or Darius Stewart. The rookie wide receiver fighting his way for about 2 yards. Only run 20 offensive plays. On 3rd and 8, McCown is taken down, sacked on the play. Back at the 11 by Myles Garrett once again. His 2nd sack.
Very, very good.
Lachlan Edwards to kick it out of the end zone. Good high punt. Real Peppers at the 40. And
Usable. Hugh Jackson's going to have to get that right. This team's going to do anything on offense.
From their own 45 with all 3 timeouts, the ball dropped by Duke Johnson. Flag on the play in the Browns backfield.
Personal foul Roughing the passer, number 96, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Muhammad Wilkerson, first down. Johnson in the backfield with Kaiser. Kaiser being pressured, gets outside. Casey Williams with a catch at the Jets 31. No huddle offense, all receivers out. Kaiser throwing to the sideline out of bounds. Quarterback sneak by Kaiser. He's got good size. Kaiser, all receivers out. Sideline throw is incomplete.
Look, they don't dumb it down at all just because he's a rookie.
Kaiser fakes, throws, completes to the tight end, Seth DeValve. Johnson in the backfield with Sean Kaiser. Kaiser with time. Buys some more time, looking downfield and throws it away. Zane Gonzalez, the holder is Britton Colquitt, the long snapper Charlie Hewlett, and the kick on the way, and he hooked it wide again. And the Browns fail to score and fail to take a lead for the first time this season. Jets have 2 timeouts remaining. And McCown swings it out to Bilal Powell. It's up to the 40-yard line, a first down for the Jets. Nate Orchard on the tackle. The leg issue to get checked out by the medical staff on first down. McCown being blitzed from the outside. McCourty chasing him, and McCown throws it away.
Credit also to this Browns defense. They've come to play today.
Blitz coming. McCown got away from Peppers, throws and completes it to Robbie Anderson at midfield.
What kind of season he's had already this year.
They gave the Jets the first down at midfield. This is Safarian Jenkins going to the sideline to get out of bounds to stop the clock. 6 seconds to go. It's the quarterback position here in the NFL. 6 seconds to go in the half. McCown looks, throws and completes it, and out of bounds. Season-long try, and he's got the distance, and it is good. Chandler Catanzaro, 57 yards. And Hogan, the number 2 quarterback, has got the helmet on, and it looks like he's going to start the second half. Browns get the ball. Catanzaro kicks it off. Here's Jabril Peppers. Evan Hogan, second-year man out of Stanford. Undrafted free agent last year. Hands to Crowell. And Isaiah Crowell falls forward for a couple of yards on the play.
Taking care of the football, and at this point, maybe they just feel Kevin Hogan is a better option for it.
Hogan on the short drop completes to Ricardo Lewis. Duke Johnson in the backfield with him. Flag on the play. Hogan throws to the sideline. The ball caught. Was he inbounds? Casey Williams, they said it's a catch.
Offside, number 92, defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
You're at home. You can use the hard count to your advantage, and then the presence to know that you have a free play and just lay it up there for Casey Williams. And when I looked at this back, this is very close. I don't think that he got that.
And the challenge flag has been thrown by Todd Bowles. And they're 1 foot down, and then the arm hits the ground.
York is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. After reviewing the play, there is a change. The pass is incomplete. New York will not be charged with a timeout. Please reset the game clock to 13:51. By rule, since we had a reversal, we will go back and enforce the offside penalty against number 92. Be 5 yards, and it is enough for a first down.
I wonder what's going through his head right now. Young player.
Duke Johnson on the carry. Good run across the 45 up to the 47. Second and 2 for the Browns. And Hogan still has it. Showing his mobility, runs out of bounds at the Jets' 43-yard line. Back. It's Crowell, Vitale leading the way. Oh, great play by Darren Lee. In at running back. On 2nd and 15. Blitz is picked up. Hogan throws. Jason Williams with another great effort. And the catch is made. All receivers out. Outside it goes to Crowell. And Adams got a piece of him, but not enough. Crowell gets a first down. Hogan off the play fake. Fires and completes it to Treggs.
Got what they want going on offense.
On 2nd and 1, 2 tight ends to the left. Crowell looking for an opening. And gets the first down as he's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. On first down from the Jets 21. 2 tight ends in the game. The play fake. Hogan steps up. Throws wide open. Oh, what a catch by David Njoku for a touchdown.
He's man-to-man on Jamal Adams, and he just gets physical at the top of his route. But the throw is just perfect over the top, and the catch, oh my goodness. That was beautiful. We know this guy is an athlete, a 7-foot high jumper, and
a flag on the play.
The try is good. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 96. Defense. That 15-yard penalty for leverage will be enforced on the kickoff.
again, you wonder what's ailing this offense, and the decision-making of Kevin Hogan clearly made a difference on that drive.
On the return, Darius Stewart for the Jets, brought down short of the 20-yard line.
Cadet has not been used much as a runner anywhere that he's been in the NFL.
Marion Jenkins, the 8 spot, and there is McGuire trying to find a hole, doesn't. He stopped short of the line of scrimmage. James Burgess, number 52, the linebacker.
You don't want to push it. Be back before he's ready.
McCown throws and completes to Robbie Anderson. Early shifts wide to the left. McGuire comes out of the backfield. McCown throws to Safarian Jenkins for a first down. Back, 6th-round draft pick. Safarian Jenkins shifts, and McGuire doesn't get much. 2nd and 10 for the Jets. Blitz coming from the outside. McCown throws and completes to Austin Safarian Jenkins up at the 39-yard line. Jamar to go empty backfield as McGuire shifts. McCown being rushed and throws incomplete.
He's off the field again.
Auckland Edwards punts it away. Bill Peppers lets it go over his head, and it bounces into the end zone.
We'll get into a second what I think this could mean for him as a quarterback here in Cleveland going forward.
Crowell carrying, stopped at the line of scrimmage by the Jets.
With Kevin Hogan in the football game.
Hogan 5 for 5 in passing. Hit as he throws. That pass is intercepted by Morris Claiborne. Claiborne with some running room. Turns the corner, gets inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 13.
Struggles coming out of this play action pass to get the ball to his receiver accurately. The guy is open in the back end. That's Lewis, but he tips it, and really a heads-up play by Morris Claiborne. They have not been good in the red zone, though, Sam.
McGuire at the 10. Inside the 5, fights his way to the 3-yard line.
It's explosive plays. Got to be able to score down here.
Toss for the corner, touchdown! Austin Safarian Jenkins on the fade to the corner. And McCown puts the Jets back in the lead with a pass to Safarian Jenkins.
Ibrahim, great hands. Even if you win at the line of scrimmage, playing with that size difference, just a good throw. Off platform, great touch.
Target in the red zone, his first touchdown catch of the season. The extra point try is good.
They're able to punch it in, but you're the Browns now. You're going back on offense. You've changed quarterbacks. Hogan gets pressure, throws an interception. See what they got coming out next. The impact.
Browns start from the 25, play fake by Hogan. Goes outside to Njoku, and Njoku goes out of bounds up at the 33-yard line. A pickup of 8 on the play. Jamal Adams all over him.
Get back in this football game.
Duke Johnson takes the handoff, hit in the backfield. Outstanding play by Darren Lee again. Hogan gets time and throws, completes to DeBell. The tight end was out of bounds.
To the full-time job at tight end.
On first down at midfield. The short pass is complete again to Seth DeVal. This time a yard pickup, Darren Lee. Hogan gets time, screen pass to Duke Johnson, couple of blockers. Inside the 40 and a couple of blocks, flag on the play as Johnson gets down to the 29-yard line.
During the run, holding number 64, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It will still be second down.
A second and 10, fifth penalty of the game for the Browns. Hogan bobbles the ball, holds on, throws, and he's got Njoku at the 31-yard line. Boy, that David Njoku's impressive.
He is very impressive.
And has been diving, leaping, and then securing the ball. Isaiah Crowell in at running back, first down Browns. And Hogan still has it. And turns it into a nice gain down to the Jets' 22-yard line. Running back on second and 1. Well, big hole, and he's taken down inside the 15 by Marcus May. They have the ball first down at the Jets' 13-yard line. Isaiah Crowell looking for an opening, gets down to the 11-yard line.
Jets only have 100 yards of offense at this point.
A loaded backfield. Hogan still has it at the 10 and down to the 6-yard line.
Come in and tie this football game.
Italian at fullback, the play fake. Hogan throws to Crowell. Cuts to the inside the 5, tried to spin and was shoved back. Good play by the Jets. Fourth and a little over a yard. Crowell, the running back. 2 tight ends to the right, 3 tight ends in the game. Crowell. And he got a little extra push at the end. Let's see.
I don't think he got anywhere close to getting that first down.
And you are correct. The Jets defense holds. Darius Stewart motions, 2 tight ends in. Jets start from the 3. Quick outside to Jermaine Kearse. Slipped a couple of tacklers and got up to the 9-yard line, a pickup of 6. Elijah McGuire, the running back. Bilal Powell out injured. McCown, short drop outside to Safarian Jenkins down at the 11-yard line. McCown on third down. Had time, waiting, finds Tomlinson and turns into a big gainer. Eric Tomlinson rumbles up to the 45-yard line.
He's on the edge here, and this guy's a blocker. By all intents and purposes, you talk about him, all he does is go in and block it. It's hard for me to believe that Jamar Taylor's primary coverage on him, but nobody was there. Quarterback buys enough time to find him, and they pick up huge yardage.
Had 2 sacks already in the game, 1 on his first play. Elijah McGuire, the running back for the Jets. The end around, Darius Stewart takes it up the side. Excuse me, it was Stewart out of bounds. Jets at the Browns 44. McGuire. It's a couple of yards down to the 41.
He's definitely not 100% yet.
McCown setting up a screen pass to McGuire, but he tripped and fell. Fourth quarter, despite a miserable day offensively. McCown got time, plenty of time, and he finds a man. Finally, he found Jeremy Curley. Myles Garrett has gone to the sideline. McCown puts it up. Open man, Kearse, touchdown! How about that?
To him, to Robinson, and then the reaction by the defensive backfield is way too aggressive.
Got him out to the 40-yard line, got things going, and then a couple of passes where McCown got time.
Goes by him. I thought much better play calling by John Morton on that drive and go down and give themselves a 10-point lead.
Season, the Jets have scored in the fourth quarter. Hogan on first down, the play fake, and the pass is a little too high for Casey Williams. He wants a flag. There's no flags on the play. Buster Screen covering on the play. They trail by 10. They've got to find a way to put it in the end zone. All receivers out. Pressure on Hogan. He puts it up top, way downfield, and way overthrows everybody.
Holding number 72. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
Sean Coleman led line. 2nd and 20 for the Browns. Hogan gets time, completes it outside to Richard Higgins, second-year man out of Colorado State. Gets rush 5. Hogan puts it up deep, and it's incomplete.
Todd Bowles told us and read in the clips this week that pressure is as important as sacks, and quarterback's definitely feeling the effects of that front four now.
Holtwitz punt. Jeremy Curley trying to find some room, taken out of bounds, flag on the play.
To the play, and here's the play. He's facing his own goal line. You can't crack
During the
back.
return, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 45 of the receiving team. 15-yard penalty. It'll be first down New York. Timeout.
Offense kept the Jets in the football game, and now they got to run out the clock here.
McGuire carrying on first down. The other thing is time winds down. The Browns have only one timeout remaining. McGuire cuts back. Nice cutback. Gets to the 23-yard line. A couple of yards short of the first down. Safarian Jenkins motions. And McCown wants to put it up, and does. Safarian Jenkins with the effort for the catch for a first down. They motion Robbie Anderson. Two tight ends in the game. McGuire gets outside. Browns converge, take him down at the 30-yard line.
Get him more involved in the game. As I say that, he's back at 2 yards deep.
He motions Stewart. McCown holds on the ball, ran into his own man, Safarian Jenkins. Jets for the Browns. Only stopped the clock once on a timeout. McGuire on the delayed handoff gets to the 30. Jets will be forced to punt.
Positive field position here, try to get a score here before they run out of time.
Edwards has punted well today. This kick, Peppers has it bounce and takes a favorable bounce for the Jets and stops at the 14-yard line. You know, you're right about that, Rondé, as Hogan puts it up short, and the tackle is made on Richard Higgins, the wide receiver. Peppers playing a lot. Then you David Njoku, who's a fine receiving tight end. So there are good signs for the Browns. They just haven't been able to put it all together. And of course, they're going through growing pains with a quarterback.
Absolutely work the offense now.
Gain of 20 on that last pass to Ricardo Lewis. This pass again to Lewis across midfield. So the Browns moving the ball quickly.
Touchdown, and then find some way to get the ball back, an onside kick after. Hogan
gets away from one man and takes off. Heads for the sideline but can't get there. Good tackle on the play by Morris Claiborne.
To set up the short field and the touchdown. They got a nice lead here in the fourth quarter.
With the blitz coming, the short pass to Duke Johnson turns it into a big gainer. Inside the 20, inside the 10, heading for the goal line. He's in! Touchdown!
And you just put it into your best playmaker's hand and say, go make a play. And that's exactly what he does. Gets some blocking downfield, doesn't step out of bounds, decides that I'm going to go do this by myself, breaks tackles, scores a touchdown, and that's the score they needed.
First receiving touchdown of the season for Duke Johnson. He's had 2 rushing. The extra point is good. Zane Gonzalez with the onside kick try. And it's grabbed quickly by Julian Stanford. His game of the week is coming up with the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Buffalo, as far as the AFC East is concerned, Buffalo trailing in Cincinnati by 4 points, 20-16 against the New England Patriots. Cleveland Browns will search for their first win of the season at Houston next week. Well, the Jets find a way to win. They go to 3-2. They won 3 in a row. They win it 17-14. The Browns go to 0-5 as their mistake-prone team found a way to lose this game.